You're 26 years old. Your balance is $8,742. Not savings, just balance. You open the banking app at 2:17 a.m. because sleep isn't happening anyway. The number stares back at you under the harsh glow of your phone screen. Cold. Unchanging. Quietly judging every single choice that got you here. You have $47,000 in student loans that feel like a brick tied around your neck. $9,200 spread across 3 credit cards at 24% interest that keeps growing no matter how hard you try to pay it down. And a $68,000 salary that feels like $42,000 once rent. Bills, taxes, groceries, transportation, and the silent tax of just existing in a big city as a young professional are all subtracted. Every grocery run is a full calculation. You stand in the aisle for 5 minutes, debating whether you can afford the good olive oil, or if store brand is the only option that keeps the budget from breaking. You put the good one back on the shelf. You buy the cheapest version of everything. You split streaming passwords with people you don't even like anymore, because canceling feels like losing ground. You tell yourself you're doing fine. You have a good job. You went to college. You're not supposed to be struggling like this. But every month, the gap between what you earn and what you keep gets wider. And the future feels like a spreadsheet you run at midnight. That always ends in the same disappointing number, no matter how many times you tweak the assumptions. This is what almost broke feels like. Not dramatic. Not rock bottom with a sad soundtrack. Just a low, constant hum of arithmetic, running underneath everything you do. You don't talk about money with friends. Nobody does at this level. But everyone is doing the same silent calculations. You check your banking app more than your messages. You know your account number by heart. You move $300 to savings and pull it back 10 days later. When the car needs brakes, or the dentist sends another bill, or your phone breaks and you have to replace it. Money isn't a tool at this stage. It's the air. And you're always one bad month away from suffocating. The first rule at this stage: your relationship with money is entirely emotional. And emotional decisions compound in the wrong direction. You get a small raise and feel rich for one afternoon. Then the car needs $900 in repairs, and the feeling evaporates. You pay off the smallest credit card and screenshot the zero balance. But nobody understands why that screenshot means everything to you. It's the first time a number moved in the right direction, because of a decision you made. Then one random Thursday, the crack happens. You're scrolling at your desk during lunch, and you read one single line somewhere. Salary is a ceiling, dressed up as a floor. It hits you harder than any motivational quote ever could, because you already felt it in your bones for years. You just hadn't named it yet. That night you sit on your second-hand couch and make the first real decision that actually matters. You cut the $180 cable package you never watch. You cancel the 3 subscriptions you forgot you had. You start cooking every single meal at home, even though it feels pathetic at first. You redirect $550 a month into a brokerage account before you can even see it in your checking account. It feels stupid, and small, and pointless, and like it will never make a difference. It does. By 27, you cross $28,000 net worth for the first time in your life. You check the number obsessively for weeks. Not out of anxiety this time. Out of pure disbelief that a decision you made with your own hands is actually moving the needle in the right direction. You start reading everything you can get your hands on. Not motivational garbage. Real stuff. Index funds. Asset allocation. Cash flow. Tax advantages. Compound interest tables that make your head spin at first. You open a Roth IRA and max it even when it hurts to transfer the money out of your checking account. You negotiate your salary like your life depends on it, and actually get a $16,000 bump. Most people in your position would celebrate with a vacation, or new clothes, or a nice dinner. You celebrate by increasing your contributions to 15% of your new paycheck, and feeling the quiet pride of watching the number grow. The gap between you and everyone still playing the old game starts forming, quietly at first. At 28, Your side project. The thing you do after your 9 to 5. The thing you don't even call a business yet. Starts making real money. $1,200 the first month. Then $3,800. Then $7,500. You tell almost no one. Because you know how quickly people can kill something. Before it has roots. You reinvest every single dollar back into it. You live like you're still broke on purpose. Because you understand that looking rich and being rich are mortal enemies. Your friends start noticing you say no to brunches, weekend trips, happy hours, new sneakers, the latest tech gadget. They call you cheap behind your back, or make jokes about it to your face. You don't explain that every dollar not spent is now a soldier fighting for your future freedom. You just keep going, night after night, weekend after weekend. $92,000 net worth, $168,000, $247,000. You feel the leverage for the first time in your life. Your investments return more in a single good year than your old annual raise used to. You buy your first small rental property. The math is tight. The tenant is late once, and you have to chase the rent. You fix a water heater at 2 a.m. yourself, because you can't afford to pay someone else yet. It's not truly passive income at this point. But the cash flow is real. And it feels like the first time the machine is actually working for you, instead of against you. Then comes the brutal part. Nobody ever films for YouTube, or posts about on LinkedIn, or talks about in the I Made It videos. At $380,000, the fear changes shape completely. Now you're not just afraid of staying broke. You're terrified of losing what you've built. A market dip feels personal, like it's attacking you directly. A slow month in the business keeps you up at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if you made the wrong bet. You turned down a $210,000 corporate job offer. That would have been life-changing 2 years ago, because it would kill your momentum and force you back into the salary cage. Your parents think you're making the biggest mistake of your life, and they don't hide it. Some friends start distancing themselves. The loneliness is real, and it hits harder than you ever expected it would. You sit with it. You don't run from it. You push through anyway. You restructure the business for the 3rd time. You bring on your first small team member. You buy a second property. You say no to more things than you ever have before. You protect your time and energy, like they are the most valuable assets you own. Because they are. You read more. You study people who are already where you want to be. You learn how they think, not just what they own. $610,000, $840,000, $1.02 million. Age 32. You stare at the number on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon, while sitting at the same desk you've had for years. No fireworks, no celebration dinner, no victory lap with friends. Just a strange, heavy quiet that settles over you like a blanket. You thought you'd feel euphoric. Instead, you feel quiet, almost hollow. Here's the brutal truth nobody shows you. When they post their Lambos, and I Made It screenshots, and private jet stories, hitting your first million doesn't fix the hole inside you. It just moves the hole somewhere else. $1 million at a safe 4% withdrawal rate is only $40,000 a year. That's not the freedom you spent years imagining. It's not the I can quit tomorrow and travel the world moment. It's a slightly better starting point. The identity crisis that follows is real, and it hits you like a truck. You realize happiness was never the goal. The goal was becoming the kind of person capable of building this kind of number. And that person is different now. Colder in some ways. More protective of their time and energy. Less available. More strategic. More calculated. More aware of how quickly things can disappear if you're not careful. The relationships around you change in ways you never anticipated. Some people drift away quietly. Some become weird and awkward around you. Either overly nice or subtly resentful. You start choosing rooms where the conversation is about allocation, risk, cash flow, and opportunity cost, instead of lifestyle, and promotions, and weekend plans. You fire draining clients without hesitation. You walk away from opportunities that don't 10x your time or capital. Your circle shrinks to the very small number of people operating at the same altitude. The conversations become more precise. The silence between you and people who don't understand becomes wider. The weight is real. The guilt of outgrowing where you came from is real. The strange grief for the old version of you, who still believed a big number would magically solve everything, is real. The isolation of being the first in your family or friend group to cross this line is real. You go home for the holidays and pay for dinner, and there's a micro-silence after you say it's nothing when they protest. You feel it. You carry it. But on the other side of that weight is something most people will never taste in their entire lives. True optionality. You can walk away from any table that no longer serves you. You can take calculated swings, because losing a single battle no longer threatens the entire war. You sleep better at night, even when markets move violently, because you finally trust the system you built. And more importantly, the person you had to become to build it. The machine is running now, even when you're not watching it every second. You have structures in place. You have options. You have distance between what you must do and what you can do. You now understand what real wealth actually is. It's not the number in the account. It's the distance between what you must do and what you can do. It's the ability to say no without fear. It's the quiet knowledge that the game is no longer playing you. You are playing the game. It's the freedom to think in decades instead of months. Somewhere right now, a 26-year-old with $8,742 is lying in bed, staring at their phone at 2:17 a.m., wondering if it's too late for them, wondering if they missed the window, wondering if they're just not built for this, wondering if the ceiling is real. It's not too late. It never was. The only real question is whether you're willing to pay the real price, the invisible price, to become the kind of person who can carry what comes after the first million. The late nights, the numbers, the doubt, the loneliness, the identity shifts, the relationships that change, the version of you that has to die so a stronger one can live. Because the money is just proof. The brutal, beautiful, life-changing truth is who you had to become to earn it. And that version of you, that version is worth every single late night, every single no, every single moment of doubt, every single sacrifice that no one will ever see on camera. That version of you is the real prize. That version of you is what makes the rest of the journey worth it. That version of you is already inside you, waiting for you to decide it's time. And if someone came to mind while watching, someone earning more than they ever expected, yet still feeling stuck, send them this video. Because the hardest financial traps are usually the ones that feel normal. Subscribe for more videos about the money patterns most people notice too late.